Bill Maher just absolutely destroyed the woke critics who've been trying to cancel Sydney Sweeney. For context, this is the ad that woke people are mad about.
My body's composition is determined by my genes. Hey, eyes up here.
Sydney Sweeney has very keen.
As the woke critics were flooding the social media with their baseless arguments,
talking about her good genes. Like, that is Nazi propaganda.
then Maher comes in and completely dismantles their entire pathetic argument. Watch this.
It's sad news. We found out this week that Sydney Sweeney is a Nazi. That was just... no, she's not. But you all see the ad that she's out there. This is a very important ad that we're seeing now. There she is, dressed like Jay Leno in all blue denim. And she talks about the fact that she has blue eyes, and then she says, I have great genes, you know, because she's wearing jeans. But according to the woke people, this means that she's a white supremacist. It also doesn't help that her bra size is 36 KKK, and that the name she gave her tits is the Proud Boys. But other than that, no, it's...
He's joking, but he's exposing the insane leaps in logic that these people make just to get offended. But Bill Maher didn't just stop at mocking them. He went out to point out their blatant, shameless hypocrisy.
The online social justice girls are like, it's racist. There's no such thing as good genes. Right, and then you go on Tinder and swipe left on every bald guy.
Is 100% right. They preach that genetics don't matter, but their dating profiles read like a eugenics checklist. It's a selective outrage at its finest. They'll write a 1,000-word post about how good genes is a dangerous concept, and then immediately post a TikTok listing their physical and financial requirements that a man needs to have even to breathe in their direction. The hypocrisy is staggering. But let's be honest, this was never about the genes. The mom was just looking for an excuse, and once the outrage started, they were looking for a real reason to justify their hate. I mean, just look at the ad, it's a simple pun. Jeans like the pants she's wearing and jeans like her DNA. It's a clever classic line, but for the perpetually offended people, this wasn't a joke. This was a secret racist dog whistle. The whole thing was so fundamentally stupid, so detached from the reality that Bill Maher dedicated an entire segment on his show just to torching them for it. But as the outrage grows, everybody realizes that all of this was never really about the pun in the jeans ad. That was just an excuse. The mob just wanted a real reason to justify their hate, and they just kept digging in until they found out something. This is what they were really looking for. The news reports began to circulate that online sleuths have dug up Sydney Sweeney's voter registration. Sydney Sweeney's 2024 voter registration lists her as a registered Republican in Florida. It was never about the ad, it was about the fact that she might not be registered as a member of their political cult. She committed the ultimate sin in the modern Hollywood sin of possibly thinking for yourself. And once they had a justification, they did what they always do when they can't win any argument. They resorted to fear and intimidation. Reports started flooding in that online mobs were actively trying to dox her. This is the modern woke playbook. Step 1. Find a non-issue to be offended about. Step 2. Accuse your target of every ism in the book to justify your rage. Step 3. When they don't immediately bow down and apologize, escalate to real-world threats and harassment. They don't want to win a debate, they want to end the debater. They want to enforce their ideology through fear. But something is changing. The playbook isn't working like it used to. People are tired of it, and while the online weirdos were trying to ruin her career, the rest of the world was just laughing at them. Here's an amazing point that Asmongold made.
Why would these people care about American Eagle ads? They only make pants up to size 20. You can't even fit in them.
That is brutal, but that's true. Also, the American Eagle refused to apologize. For years, we've watched corporations fold instantly. The fact that American Eagle did not apologize shows that fear is finally starting to fade. So let's finally recap. A talented actress makes a funny pun in an ad. The outrage mob calls her Nazi and then finds out that she's Republican and then try to dox her. And in the end, they get laughed by Bill Maher. They get mocked by the public and ignored by the corporations like American Eagle. It's a pathetic, predictable, and hilarious failure. What do you guys think about this? Is the tide finally turning out against the outrage mob? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more content that isn't afraid to tell truth, and I'll see you in the next one.